Nowadays, one might expect to enter the Recent tab and find YouTuber challenges, plenty of 1-second levels, and perhaps the occasional geometrical dominator jump scare. But as we've seen in the last few months, there are only 3 certainties in the Recent tab, and really in life in general: death, taxes, and fire in the hole! I know we've all experienced at least one of these things, and if you ever play the Recent tab, it's probably the last one that you've seen most. Now, you may be thinking, there ain't no way this man found a way to make a video about a pirate shouting about cannons in a cube game. Well, you would be correct, because this sound effect has nothing to do with pirates, nor cannons at all. Let's go back a few months, to the release of GD's Update 2.2. With platformer mode, swingcopter, and many other game-changing features, this update has been at the front of the minds of the community for years. When it finally released just a short time ago, however, no one could foresee that one of the update's most game-changing features would be a simple 4 words. One of the game's sound effects, for whatever reason, became a collective inside joke of the community and helped start the GD lobotomy meme. This meme, in a rare occurrence for Geometry Dash, even reached the broader internet as a whole, and many TikToks and Instagram Reels have now seen the normal face staring back at the watcher. However, for our purposes here, it's the sound effect itself, not the lobotomy meme, that is important. The sound effect, titled Fire in the Hole, featured a pirate-sounding character yelling the same phrase. The image that many people imagine with this, of course, is of a Blackbeard-esque pirate shooting a cannon in a fierce sea battle, which admittedly sounds pretty damn cool, and I'm sure that this was what Rob Top intended when adding it into the game. But while this image may be cool, it isn't necessarily correct. Let me explain. First of all, let's talk about pirates. If you've watched any amount of movies, you'll know that pop culture loves to romanticize these marauding, swashbuckling figures who say "yar" and things like that, so it may not be a surprise to you that this popularized image is what people tend to think of when they picture a pirate. And the phrase "fire in the hole" is no different. It's been uttered in many a pirate movie with the shot of a cannon, forming a certain image in the eyes of the public where pirate captains would yell this phrase in the heat of battle. However, as we've seen so many times before, what we see in movies isn't always the most accurate. Such is the case for our phrase, because despite its presence in pop culture, there isn't really any history to support the connection to pirates. While this association may be a cool one to think about, there doesn't seem to be any documents or accounts from the time of piracy that would suggest fire in the hole as a commonly used phrase among pirates. In short, rather than being based on historical fact, the association between fire in the hole and pirates seems to be one fabricated by entertainment and popular culture. So, returning to Geometry Dash, it seems like a pirate may not be the proper voice for these 4 infamous words. But if not pirates, then who? Many years after the golden age of piracy, and far away from the 7 seas, fire in the hole actually appeared in use. But instead of pirates being responsible for the phrase, its origins lie in something much more underground: mining. The use of explosives in mining is a dangerous game, combining powerful blasts with the danger of falling rock. So, when setting off a stick of dynamite, American miners would have to make very clear that they were doing so. A brief yet memorable phrase would do the trick, giving rise to our phrase, "fire in the hole!" This explanation makes the most sense, especially considering the fact that mines are holes in the ground, and explosives would go off with a fiery bang, culminating to give us these words of warning. So, rather than coming from the pirates of the high seas, fire in the hole comes from the workers of the low mines, where it was used to make sure everyone stayed safe in the face of falling rocks and explosions. So, what this means for Geometry Dash is that our character for the sound effects should sound not like a pirate, but instead like someone chipping a living out of the depths of the earth. What would that sound like? Well, I'll leave that up to you to decide.